If you do not know how rosemary looks or you haven't come across rosemary in your life, this is rosemary. This is the fresh rosemary herbs. And this is the dried ones. Both of them are very easy to come by. You can find them in your grocery stores. They are very beneficial when it comes to hair growth, but they can also break your hair. This was my hair when I was experiencing a whole lot of hair shedding, hair breakages, and knots in my hair. And this is my hair now. It is all thick, growing much beautiful, and now I do not even struggle to grow my hair. And this was all made possible after discovering the right way to use natural ingredients in my hair to prevent hair breakages and also to grow my hair much faster. So the question is, can rosemary break your hair? The answer is yes. Just like any other natural ingredient or any other store-bought product can damage your hair, rosemary can damage your hair as well. That is why whenever you buy any product from the store, there are always instructions on how to use it. And if you do not follow the instructions, they can damage your hair regardless of how effective that store-bought product is. So when it comes to rosemary, it is the same way. You just have to learn the right way to use it in order to get all the benefits out of it. Otherwise, you end up using it the wrong way and that will end up damaging your hair. There are so many ways you can incorporate rosemary into your hair care regimen. You can use it in the rosemary hair growth spray, rosemary hair growth oil, or rosemary hair growth butter. And I'm going to talk about all of that. But before getting into it, you know how we do it here. But if you're new here and you do not know how we do it here, we show a lot of love around this channel. So please show your girl some love by giving this video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe and click on the bell so each time I upload DIYs for hair growth like these, you will always be notified. And do not forget to share this video with your friends and your families as well as on your social media platforms. Alright, so when it comes to preparing rosemary hair growth spray, there are two ways that you can do this. You can either use the fresh rosemary herbs like you see on the screen right now, just putting them in a bowl and after that adding some water to it, then putting it on the stove to boil it for about 10 to 15 minutes. After that, you're going to set it aside and allow it to cool down. Once it cools down, you're just going to strain it and get your fresh rosemary water. But there is a way to use this in order to get all the benefits out of it. And I'm going to talk about it because if you do not follow the instructions, you will end up breaking or damaging your hair. There are also so many ways that you can use rosemary water in your hair. You can use it as a hairspray or a hair rinse, which I'll be talking about later on in the video. So once you have your rosemary water in the bottle like so, you can either add some oil to it or your essential oil to this recipe. Adding essential oil will maximize its benefit because the essential oils also have their own benefit to the hair and it will also add to the fragrance of the water. Also, when you add oil to it, it's going to help the water stay in your hair much longer since it's just water based. Alright, so the other way that you can prepare rosemary water or rosemary hair growth spray is using the dry rosemary herbs. And it's pretty simple to prepare. You just put the dry rosemary herb into a mason jar like so. Then after that, you're going to add a very hot water. You need very hot water in order for you to extract all the nutrients that you need from the rosemary herbs. After that, you're going to give it a stir and you're going to set it aside for about 30 minutes or till the water cools down. Once you see a color change of the water, it means your rosemary hair growth spray is all ready to be used. All you need to do is to strain it, and after that you can add your essential oil or you can add any oil of your choice. Once you have your rosemary water like so, you can also use it as a rinse out as I said. After you wash your hair, you use this as a last rinse. You do not have to rinse it again with water. Just go ahead to moisturize your hair. And talking of moisturizing your hair, it is very, very important when it comes to using any natural ingredient in your hair. That is going to help it to stop hair breakages. Also, it's going to stop it from drying your hair and it will help it stay in your hair much longer. So do not forget to be applying your leave-in conditioner as well as your hair moisturizer whenever you apply rosemary water in your hair. That is one mistake that a lot of people do and end up breaking their hair when they use rosemary water. Also, you have to put your hair in a protective hairstyle to retain all the moisture. That will also give access to your scalp for you to spray the rosemary hair growth spray in case you decide to use it as a leave-in, because rosemary will treat your scalp from dandruff and other scalp issues, make your scalp very healthy for new healthy hair growth. So you have to make sure you're concentrating on your scalp as well as on the ends of your hair. Another way you can use rosemary is to make a hair growth butter like so. I have the recipe of this and I can share it with you. If you're interested, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Using rosemary as a hair growth butter is another way that can improve hair growth, but you also have to know the right way to use it when you're using it as a batter. Some of you have low porosity hair and others have high porosity hair, as I said in the beginning of this video. When you have low porosity hair, moisture or water turns to stay in your hair for a very long time. But when you have high porosity hair, your hair sucks up moisture really fast. When this happens, you might think you have to use more of the moisture in your hair in order to prevent your hair from drying. And if you keep doing that, you will end up having moisture overload, especially when your hair lacks the necessary amount of protein. So that is why you have to learn your hair type and also know how to use your rosemary hair growth water or hair growth spray. You can use this every other day or 3 times in a week depending on your hair type. Also, if you have low porosity hair, you might want to add some glycerin to your hair growth spray. Also, when preparing your rosemary hair growth batter, you will have to know the right batter to use depending on your hair type. You can use either shea butter, mango butter, or any butter that works for your hair. And whenever you are preparing your rosemary hair growth butter, you always have to add glycerin in it if you have low porosity hair compared to having high porosity hair. It doesn't matter which heavy butters you use. If you have high porosity hair, your hair can easily absorb all the nutrients. So you have to know the right way to use rosemary in order to get all the benefit. Another way you can use rosemary to grow your hair is to use it in the rosemary hair growth oil. And that is what you see on your screen right now. To use rosemary as a hair growth oil, all you need is to grind your fresh rosemary herb. After that, you add any hair growth oil of your choice. In this recipe, I decided to add olive oil because I just love what it does to my hair. But you can feel free to use coconut oil, avocado oil, or any oil that you love. Then after that, you're going to use the double boiler method to infuse the oil. When the oil becomes warm whilst using the double boiler method, you just set it aside for about 24 hours before straining it and your rosemary oil will be ready. You can use this to seal in moisture in your hair after using the rosemary hair growth spray. Following all the instructions in this video will prevent rosemary from either breaking your hair or damaging your hair. Thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you have already given it a thumbs up. Bye.